My name is Marks, this is Grant, and along with Hal, we are co-founders of Neptune. Neptune solves the problem of plastic polluting our landfills, our oceans, and even our bodies. This whale was found with 49 pounds of plastic in its stomach off the coast of Italy just last week. Those 49 pounds are just a tiny fraction of the 8 million tons of plastic that we throw into the oceans every single year. And that's not just plastic floating around, but as well plastics that break down into tiny pieces called microplastics. These microplastics are then eaten by the tiniest elements of sea life, make their way up the food chain until they enter our bodies, where we are literally polluting our bodies with the very plastic we are trying to get rid of. And people are starting to take action, specifically governments all around the world. And with this huge problem, obviously comes huge markets. In 2025, we will spend $270 billion on plastic shipping packaging, and $123.4 billion on plastic food packaging. These are huge problems that we have to solve, and people are trying to solve them. The two solutions that are in the market right now are compostable plastics as well as paper bags. Both of those are at least 4 times more expensive than conventional plastic that we use today. The bioplastics need composting facilities to break down, and as well, when they break down in the environment, they just break into microplastics, which we talked about is a huge problem. Paper bags contribute heavily to deforestation and take a lot of fossil fuels to create, which makes them just as bad for the environment. So you're left with this huge plastic problem and all of these non-solutions, and that is where Neptune comes in.
So what we're excited to talk to you guys today about here at Neptune is our biodegradable plastic that's gone in 5 days. It's really simple how we do it. We start with something that's already a byproduct of the seafood industry, shellfish waste, extract the main polymer chitin, and then put it through our shaping process to form our plastic. And so it truly is a fantastic thing, because Marx was talking about these massive markets that need to be filled. Chitin is the second most abundant polymer on the planet, so it truly is an endless supply of raw materials to fill these huge markets. Not only that, but we chemically separate the shellfish protein, which people could be allergic to, from the shellfish polymer, which we use for our chitin, so allergies are not an issue as well. Some of the products that we've made are blister packs. We have styrofoam substitute, food packaging, as well as the infamous grocery bag, which is the poster child of today's global plastic pollution problem. And so, as we mentioned, we have a few flagship benefits that really set us apart from the competition and solve this huge problem. It's 2 things: the biodegradability and the water solubility. As Marx mentioned, competitors leave microplastics in the environment. After 5 days, our plastic is completely gone, and due to the nature of the plastic, it actually acts as a fertilizer for the soil. Not only that, but it solves the ocean plastic pollution problem. After 60 seconds, when submerged in water, our plastic dissolves completely. This is huge. It doesn't take away from the fact that it is water resistant though, because if you are carrying your groceries from the store to the car in the rain, you'll be totally fine if it were to get wet. If it's humid as well, in Florida, you can use the plastic, shelf life, all that is totally fine. And so with these massive benefits, people are starting to pick it up. And quite frankly, we've been working with some patent lawyers that are extremely qualified. One in particular, Dan Morath, we've been working with. He has a chemical engineering background. He said that not only do we have an innovative chemical solution, but an extremely efficient manufacturing process that makes our IP just absolutely impenetrable. Marx was mentioning a political climate. Well, we've been engaging with all sorts of politicians across the United States. And one in particular, Herm Olson, is the City of Logan councilman. He is currently pushing for a ban of plastic bags in the City of Logan here in Utah, and he's beyond excited about what we can bring to the market.
And so you would expect a thorough go-to-market strategy. And so the first step in that is to choose verticals. Our material is very versatile. However, we did choose the 2 verticals with the lowest switching costs to begin with. That would be poly bags and plastic bags. They are huge markets, but they do have a low switching cost, so that's what we choose. The second thing would be manufacturing. We know exactly how to build it, so we know the machinery. We're working with people on the supply and customer sides to bring this to market as quickly as possible in the next 2 to 4 months. The third step would be licensing. We know these markets are huge, and we can't tackle them on our own, and so we will be licensing this out. And these are some of the big players that we are currently working with. We also have our pro forma, which represents our 2 different revenue streams, licensing and manufacturing, and our profit projections for the next 3 years, where you see an obvious exponential growth.
The success of our team is our team. We have a brilliant chemical engineer, Hal Jones. He spent the last 3 years studying biodegradable polymers applied to medical uses. As well, Marx and I bring a finance and business background to the table. Not only that, but we've been working very closely with industry-specific advisors over the last few months. And so at Neptune, we're excited and hungry, yet very humbled to bring our product to this market. Thank you so much.
Thank you.